old women come here for fun with young men. I kid you not, this happens.
They want to be pursued without putting in the same effort back.
The reason why online dating isn't working for you is because you're putting too much pressure on the connection.
Second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. Oh, I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something.
The problem is that these women many times fall in love with these very beautiful young boys, and they think that it's true love. So there's a very undesirable part to Egypt, but it's not desirable because of Egyptians, but rather because of foreign women. And this is where old women come here for fun with young men. I kid you not, this happens. And it happens so much that it's almost normalized. I had a lady in my DMs yesterday that she follows me, and she asked me, am I the drama? Am I wrong? And I'm like, well, no, you're not wrong, because it's predatory, it's disgusting, and it is, you know, the P word, ocean, you know, ocean. These boys know what they're getting into. They know that this is a transactional thing. The problem is that these women many times fall in love with these very beautiful young boys, and they think that it's true love. Now, what they will say is they will always tell these women that they love them, that they've fallen in love, give me money. And give me more money. And my mother is in a hospital, my father's in a hospital, and blah, blah, blah. Give me money, give me money. In these cases, I can't blame these boys. How does an old woman like me think that if no man looks at them in their home country, they went through like this incredible metamorphosis on the plane ride, and they are just...
You know, that's the wild thing, because you would hear this and think it's the same for men. It's not. Right? Because that's an old pastime for women to get with a man who has more, right? Hypergamy. It was there since the beginning of time, ever since there were hunters and gatherers. That was hypergamy. So what's happening to men doesn't necessarily happen to you. Men are leaving, going across these shores. I'm in the Philippines right now. You guys already know I see it all day long. I do. Sorry, ladies, it's not the same.
Naturally beautiful when they get off the plane. What? What? No, these boys are after money, and these women are after, I don't know, feeling better about themselves, whatever. But don't make a mistake. If you're an older woman looking for a younger man, that man is after your money. And if you're okay with that, well, crack on, love. Okay, it's distasteful, it's gross, and it's predatory. But you crack on.
Not really.
But don't come crying to me saying, oh, he took all my money. It's like, if there's that much of an age gap and you couldn't get a man in your home country, I'm not going to sit here feeling sorry for you. If you come to Egypt to be a... don't complain when you're preyed upon. And I'm just going to leave it there.
You hear what she's saying? If you come out here to be a predator, I don't see it as a predator. A predator, I see as someone that preys on children. That's a predator. These are grown adult men and grown adult women. Look, age, when they're adults, age is nothing but a number. Now, if the guys are 16 years old, that may be a little different. But I'm sure in some cases that is happening. But still, I still don't necessarily see it as predatory, because they need money, they need pain. It goes hand in hand together. Money for pain. Someone says, at what age is a boy a man, sir? What do you mean, at what age? 18. See, these women are pedophiles. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, something's up. They are free. They can do what they want. Nobody forced them. These old ladies will die for the pain. they haven't been getting in years that said, there's no way you're going to take it from me. He didn't say, don't come out here and do it. He said, don't voice your opinions on what's happening to you to me. And look what this one says. Let me put my face on the other side so you guys can see this one. This next one says, absolutely right. These older women, shame on you. I don't say shame on you. I don't. Of course, it's a shame if you're paying for it, but still, I don't say shame on you because money makes the world go around. Yes, that's the evil of money. That right there is the evil of money. So if we're talking about that, we're talking about morals, I say shame on you, but I can't shame them. I can't, because everybody does it. I don't do it, but everybody does it, and to each his own.
Why it's so hard to date a man that's good looking, makes great money, and is in the entertainment industry. Like myself, I'm an artist, I'm a performer. I would love to be with someone of the same lifestyle. But unfortunately, the good looking men that I am attracted to, not one, but multiple, I'm noticing a pattern in them. They want to be chased. They want to be pursued without putting in the same effort back.
Wow.
Not to mention, they are constantly surrounded by women, which is not a problem.
Of course.
But they also take the time to make sure that, oh, they look good when you're around. When you're around, they want you around. They want you around. They want you to do this and that. They want to hook up with you. They want you to be their girlfriend, but they don't want to put in the effort to actually like be that.
They don't have to.
It's not.
She doesn't realize they don't have to. If all the women want them, why do they have to put in effort? They don't. If a man is 6 feet, especially if he's really an entertainer, he makes a certain amount of money anyway, right? Women are gawking at him. And by him chasing, by him showing effort, women are going to show less effort. They're going to show less care. I don't know why you're wired that way. It's something in you ever since the apple was bitten. Seriously, women are really like that. But that's how you're wired. So men can't change. It's not going to work.
African immigrants dating abroad.
I like this one here.
Show you how to find your spouse. Are you ready? It's very easy, I promise you. It's a proven method. This is what you're going to do. You're going to join a community. There's 4 communities that you're going to go and find. A professional community, education community, spiritual community, a fun community, some type of hobby or activity that you love doing. You're going to join these communities and then you're going to start making friends.
She's right. Oh, man. That's probably the best way for a lady to find a man. Why? Because it's not all about 100,000. That when you're doing that, that talk is out the window. You're finding a man based off what you see. This is good. This is a way you can find a man. Let her cook. She's cooking.
Think about potential spouses and things. Don't think about that. A spouse is a friend that you knack. Night football. If you don't know what knack means, ask one of the African uncles in the chat. It's not about looking for the specific person in these groups. Your spouse might be the son, daughter, friend of somebody in these groups. You don't know who's there and you don't know who's who. You're just going to get active in these groups. You're going to show up. You're going to have a good time, right? And you're going to open yourself up to the possibilities. The reason why online dating isn't working for you is because you're putting too much pressure on the connection. You need to start with friendship. Like, comment, and share for part 2, you guys. I have more. I told you guys, this year you're getting married. You're getting married.
You know, that actually is one of the best ideas I've ever heard. It's so simple. It's so simple. Join a community. You can go online and find communities everywhere. Like out here in the Philippines, right? When I first moved out here, because in Manila, they have tons of shows. Shows for cars, shows for people performing, like all different types of things to get into. Go to those. And when I went to those, I started getting into things in the Philippines. And I went to them with my wife. I had a ball. I wasn't looking for someone, but I'm sure if I was looking for someone, I could have found someone there.
Fucking mouth before I. You understand? Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I want this. Yeah, I want this. Come on. Or not. Come on. Get your drink. No, you mean now you gotta do it. Now you gotta do it. Do what? You're now the one over here running. No.
Man, my man was not hearing any of it. That's what happens. He thought because the guy was little. Don't you know the small guys are the ones with all the smoke? He messed up. I don't like violence. I don't like violence myself. But I remember one time I was on a bus, right? I stepped on a guy's shoes. And me, I've been a fighter my whole life. But I stepped out of that when I was 12. And the guy pulled the Rambo knife out the bag on me. Yeah, I had to humble it. I had to humble myself. But let me tell you the story. So I told the guy sorry. I smudged the sneakers. I even wiped it off. Like, sorry. Yeah, I know. Like a punk, right? And then I said sorry again. And he kept flipping. We was on a bus. I couldn't go anywhere. He said sorry again. And then around the fourth time, he said something. I got up and got down in his face. I said, mother, I told you I'm sorry. I said, so now what you gonna do about it? And I had my hands up and I was in his face and I was like, waiting for him. And I backed up so he can get up. And he said, yo, man, yo, you bugging out. I was like, no, it's different now. Like, be careful. There's always guys out there like that don't try to act tough. He was humble. He was being very humble, but he's with the smoke.
You need to be making at least 130K a year, and you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make 130K or more, then you are out of my league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make 50K a year? You have to have at least 3.
Give you money for your kids? I'm not even dating you. How do you expect to give me money for my kids? What? It's
delusional.
Let it continue.
3 cars under your name.
This is why guys are not
Your
dating
second car
moms.
has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. Oh, I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids.
You can't make this up.
So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be
serious.
dating. Another requirement is that you
She
have to
can't be
have
serious.
a
She
property
has no
under your
man.
name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. Have to get a home that has 6 rooms because
She has no man.
each of my kids have to be in their own.
She's
I
lonely.
really wish I wasn't the first one to say this, but this is delusional. This is exactly what men are talking about when they want to know what a woman brings to the table. Because what does this woman bring except for financial burden? But not only that, but it is very clear that she will be an emotional burden because she is labeling these things as expectations. She expects all of them. They are requirements. Because even if she met a man and got into a relationship with someone that was willing to give her all of these things, which we all know she won't, he would not be appreciated.
Yeah.
He would have to continue to do these things
Yeah.
over and over
Yeah.
and over again. And then once he finally broke, guess who's taking half of his stuff? This is why in today's day and age, no man is going to settle for this.
Yeah, men are not even single mom. You demanding this as a single mom? You let him hit it, Rob.
You didn't have second thoughts.
Now you a single mom.
Now you a single mom.
That's why that song was so popular. You can't get on the Beyonce's internet. I gotta say that because I hear a black woman saying it. You can't get on Beyonce's internet and talk like that out your neck. You crazy? Get lost.
What happens if he follows girls? Doesn't matter. All men follow girls. Doesn't matter. We're grown women. We're not that insecure to care enough about that. Do you follow grown men? Do you follow rich men online? I do. Lots of them.
Pure evil.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, ladies, are y'all telling me y'all don't follow rich men online? You don't follow rich men on Instagram or TikTok? Y'all don't follow rich men over there? You don't? Then y'all are stupid. The ones who don't, slap yourself and go start following some rich men, idiots. Did y'all see that the reel that I made that's going around talking about what if he's following his ex, or what if he's following women on Instagram, or what if you're following your future man and you don't even know it? Y'all are dumb. Y'all better start following some of these rich men. I'm sorry. I never met a group of such dumb women in my life. What are y'all doing? All these rich men out here on Instagram and TikTok, and y'all not following none of them? What's wrong with y'all? And now I see why y'all have issues. Now everybody's going to try to look for them. Oh, I'm not going to follow anybody because my dusty boyfriend, I don't want him to follow no IG model, so I'm not going to follow any man. Y'all look stupid over there. You missing out on your future. Trying to impress a dusty and keep him from following women. You stupid. Girl, you better follow all the rich men. Go look for the cars, the helicopters, the private jets, the boats, and get to going. I can't believe y'all. Who taught y'all this? Look, ladies, if you're paranoid about your dusty finding out that you're following rich men, go to Facebook. Your dusty probably ain't on Facebook, so go to Facebook and join all the rich old people groups. People that have private jets, yachts, boats. They have little private groups. You know what I'm saying? They'll let you in if you're cute. Just take a picture with a boat in the background or a plane in the background, okay? Photoshop it in. They're not looking for nobody on Facebook. You good. That's where all the old people are with the money anyway. Hopefully y'all have learned a lot today. Some of y'all ladies need to do better. Here's y'all's homework. Go follow at least 3 rich men on social media. That's all. That's the homework for today. Don't come back until you have done that. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
I need some rich men to follow. 2,428 hearts. I need some rich men to follow. She said it. She needs some rich men to follow. Look at this. Russell Hartley is one lady's. Go follow. I love him. He's too busy. The guy said it right here. Rich men too busy making money to be in social media. But the guy missed. I'm surprised he said that, because if he's talking about Russell Hartley, he's right probably about that, because he may not be, he's probably got us focusing on things. But those other guys that are in those boat groups, some of them got time. Some of them are living on retirement money. And what Sprinkle said is right. They could most likely find somebody if they go on those Facebook groups. Yes. And what she said, take a picture with a boat behind you, they'll let you in. They say, wow, this hot girl, they're going to let you in right away. She giving them whole homework, which actually would probably work. We headed for the end. Where are the rich men on TikTok? Sad. Take out homework now. Ain't this something? Homework.
There's a lot of men in relationships right now that are dealing with women who never grew up because they expected to be treated like a princess the entire time, and they were actually looking for a father figure, not a partner. So a lot of these men have adapted themselves and gaslit themselves into happiness, thinking that this is the best that they can do. And the reality is that these types of men will spend hours in the gym. They will spend hours playing video games. They might even pick up a drinking habit or a smoking habit to cope with the fact that they have a literal child that they are married to, in hopes of gaining some kind of adulthood within their marriage. These are the same types of men that eventually are gaslit into believing that they are the problem, that they need to go to therapy. These men will actually sit in therapy believing that they are the problem, when really the real problem is that they have women that are childlike and children that want a father, not a partner, while simultaneously hoping one day that she grows up into a woman that knows how to take care of herself, take care of a family, and he will stick it out with her because he loves her unconditionally, while simultaneously being miserable. Okay, bye.
Yeah, a lot of guys are going through that. And this is why a lot of guys don't date. She named it. If they to go through this, why would they? Guys see the pitfalls before they get into it. And they're deciding, ain't no way that's going to be me. And I think that's a smart decision on many guys.
Men who ghost you love you deep down. Because you see, with A lot of men, their number one priority in life is their mission in life, their place in the world. Their preoccupation every day is not, oh, who am I gonna marry? Who am I gonna marry? Relationship, wife, girlfriend. That's not their, at least, the emotionally healthy masculine man. That's not their number one preoccupation. But they are men, they have this animal side to them. So when they meet someone whom that animal side of themselves finds attractive, of course, it's going to activate their chase instinct. So in the beginning, they're going to happily and excitedly chase you. But after some time, if they're in a position in their lives where they perceive themselves as still incapable of being able to provide for and protect a woman, a wife, after a while of chasing you, when all those testosterone goes down and now their wiser part of themselves arise in their consciousness, they're gonna start asking themselves, oh, she's a great woman, she's fun to be with, I have a lot of fun times hanging out with her, connecting with her, relating to her. But am I in a position in my life right now where I'm able to provide for her and to protect her? Can I go deeper? And if the answer is no, if they feel in their hearts, I'm not yet in the position to take care of her right now, to provide for her, to protect her for whatever reason. Maybe they're not yet in a stable career. Maybe they're still figuring out what their life mission is, what their place in the world is. It can be a lot of things. So when they go through that phase, they're gonna start to pull away. They're pulling away, one, because they're processing their emotions. They wanna be sure how they truly feel about you. And two, if he pulls away for good, for whatever reason, could be that he's feeling like he's not the right one for you, but he cares about you, he loves you, so he's giving you the gift of space for the right man for you to come into your life. That's why he's pulling away. That's why he's ghosting. And a lot of women often take it the wrong way. When a man pulls away or ghosts her, a lot of women often projects her own wounds. She often projects, he ghosted or pulled away because I'm not good enough. All her unworthiness issues, her abandonment issues that are already inside her are going to come up to the surface. But life gave you a situation such as that in order for all those wounds inside you to come up to the surface of your conscious awareness, in order for you to heal them, for you to realize that all those unworthiness and abandonment beliefs that you are carrying inside you are not true. One, you are inherently worthy. Two, you're an adult, no one can abandon you. So yeah, you just gotta really have to trust God that the right man for you is gonna be very hard to lose. And even if one man goes now, it doesn't mean that he's gonna be a ghost forever. A lot of men who ghosted for years came back after a while, If it's meant to be, it will be. You gotta trust in God, in yourself, and in your connection with the man. And you gotta trust the man. And even if the right man for you is gonna be very hard to lose, that's not your ticket to show up batshit crazy in your relating with the man, okay? You still have to do your inner work so you can do your part and you can show up powerfully, confidently, and lovingly in your relating with the man, especially the right man for you.
Yeah, women that get ghosted. Nowadays, men are doing it more. Before I left my last situation, I ghosted. Why does a man ghost? He realizes, as she said, she mentioned something. She said the love is there. It's still there. Usually women do that. They don't hate the woman. They know they need to completely separate themselves for themselves, right? Because men are weak too. We're humans. So sometimes you can stay with someone and be in a situation, they start crying and different things like that. They cry and complain and men get weak. So when I ghosted, I didn't want to get weak anymore. I couldn't get weak. I didn't want to deal with anything. So why even speak? Why even conversate about breaking up? Just did it. And a lot of men are choosing that way because they realize there's definitely more to life than dealing with nonsensical, do whatever they want, don't care about you, do what I want to do. I can go on and name a bunch of things, but women like that. Thank you for watching. See you next video.